everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and review a fragrance that was released in the year of 1997. This is an older fragrance from the famous house of Creed. We are talking about Creed's Royal Water. Now, Royal Water, again, released way back in 1997. I will preface this and say that there are two versions of Royal Water that are out there. And you can tell the difference if you notice the previous screenshot that would just flash on the screen. There were two different bottles that I actually showed you. One of them is a frosted bottle, and the other one is a more clear bottle. The more clear bottle is the more recent version that is out that you can purchase directly from Creed, whereas the frosted bottle is discontinued and is actually known as the Princess D version. And there are differences between the two, which I will note in the review upcoming. So be sure to keep that in mind, especially if you're shopping around and buying around, and I'll even let you know a story about that as we come to it. Alright, now this is available in the standard Creed sizes. So there's like 4 sizes. They can go huge, they can go low, but the two main sizes that you can pretty much get this one in, 4 ounce, you can buy it for $370, and the 2.5 you can buy for about, I think it was $305. So as with all Creeds, you can find it discounted around on. I'm personally of the mindset that I actually don't buy my Creeds discounted. If I'm going to pay that much money, I want to make sure that I'm getting the real thing. So I often will purchase from the Creed boutique. And that's where I've gotten most of my, I think I've only gotten one Creed not from the Creed boutique, but that's just me. Again, feel free, take your chances, do whatever you want, and purchase them where you feel like it. Alright? So let's go ahead and get right into the fragrance. Now, the notes of this fragrance are on the screen, and the real things that I really want to call attention to is the sharp citrus. Now, here's where the story comes in. I went to the Creed boutique, this was years ago, and I remember smelling all the Creeds, and Royal Water was really one of the major ones. I think 1 out of 3 that really stuck out to me immediately. I thought, this is magnificent. This was back in a phase where I really didn't like light summer fragrances because I thought they felt a little bit too synthetic to me, or what I thought was synthetic at the time. So I was really looking for something a little more natural, and this really fit the bill. It came across as a very sharp, sweet citrus scent, and it really manifested itself. The juniper gave it its sharpness. The citruses gave it that really nice feeling, and the best part of it was really the ambergris that kind of brought it in and gave it this animalistic-like feel to it. And so I remember smelling it at the store. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I don't have enough money to get it right now. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll go ahead and wait for this fragrance. Anyways, I was doing some searching around and saw somebody selling it. And I thought, will I get it from there? No. But anyways, I got a deal for this one. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on it. So I buy it. I get it in the mail. I smell it. And I'm like, this sort of smells like it, but this smells like it, but this smells a lot more floral than I was used to. So I'm like, is something wrong? Did I get a fake? What's going on? So I did some researching around and figured out, finally, going through, PETA testings, brought it to the Creed boutique, and that's where they informed me there are actually 2 different versions of Royal Water. One is the Princess D version, which was the one that was out originally. That is the older one. That one, that one, when it came out, it was specifically more floral than what you see now with Royal Water. It is essentially the same fragrance, but with the florals amped up in this one. The original one that I smelled and the one that you can buy right now does not have that floral note. That floral note is very subdued, and the juniper really shoots and takes precedence along with the ambergris that comes up, almost to the point where you really don't get a floral note coming from it. So this one, I would say, is definitely a more masculine fragrance, the Royal Water that you can get today. If you get the frosted bottle, that is one that I would definitely say has a little bit more of a feminine touch. It is heavy on the florals, a lot heavier on the florals than the clear bottle one is. So that's really the difference between the two. But overall, I really do love this scent. I love my sharp citruses, and I love ambergris notes and fragrances. So this one really sits with me perfectly. I love it. Any age group can go ahead and pull this one off, and I usually go about 3 sprays with this one. Oh, just to kind of close the loop on that story, I actually gave my bottle of Royal Water away to my aunt. So she had that bottle, and I never got a chance to repurchase the full bottle, but I still had samples of the 2 when I was gathering, information and trying to figure out what the heck was actually happening. Did I get fleeced? But I did not. So that's what it was. Anyways, season-wise, I think this is a great fragrance for the summer, but outside of that, not really a good fragrance all around. It's a good fragrance for the office. It's a good fragrance to wear casually, and it's also a good fragrance to wear in active wear. A great fragrance for those occasions. Performance-wise, I get a solid 6 hours of this one. Outside of the 6 hours, it kind of starts to die down a little bit more, and if you're active, I'd shorten that lifespan to about 4 hours. So it's not a rock star in terms of its performance, but one thing of note is even if you're wearing it on that time and it expires after 4 or 6 hours, it still kind of has this really nice ambergris kind of dry down-ish that it leaves you with a nice little animalistic feel, and I absolutely, positively love it. Anyways, compliment-wise, this did not get any compliments, sorry to say. This was definitely more of a fragrance that was more geared towards me and something that I liked. All right? So if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I give this fragrance a rating a 7 out of 10. Now, I know I said up and down that I love this fragrance, and that's true. I do love this fragrance, but I do have to be objective with this one. This is an expensive citrus fragrance that doesn't last long, and at the end of the day, 7 out of 10 is a generous offering, and it's heavily boosted by the fact that I really just do love this scent, and that's, not a knock against the scent, but you definitely want to try this one out before you go ahead and purchase it. And I feel that way with a lot of creeds. I think there are certain creeds that are more geared towards other people, and other creeds that are geared towards other people. And if you are looking for a fragrance that's going to last a long time, this one may not be up your alley. If you're looking for a fragrance that is going to be completely unique, it's not completely unique, but I do think that it is unique enough to warrant me wanting to purchase. This is actually on my purchase list to repurchase and to buy the more recent version of Royal Water. But that's pretty much it. And obviously, it's hella expensive. It's hella expensive to smell like it. So, so that's knocking it down a peg. And so there's a huge caveat with that. If price is really a major consideration, I'd knock my rating down to like a 5 out of 10 for you. All right? So that's pretty much it. Let me know what your thoughts are on Creed Royal Water if you had a chance to smell it, or if you had a chance to get across from it, all right? So thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.